6 weeks since I've been running this Pokemon card business, and the 6th week was the biggest week yet in terms of sales and also how much I spent on the business. I'm going to jump into the numbers straight away today. This week on TradeMe, we sold $520.46 worth of Pokemon cards on TradeMe. That's the biggest week yet we've had on TradeMe in terms of sales. And that is all profit, by the way. That's minus the selling fees. Some of those sales, the big sales, was a Carmine, a Japanese version, $75.50. Dark Charizard First Edition, non-holo, $81. Evolutions Charizard, $40. Charizard V-Star, $35. And one that quite surprised me was a Venusaur Celebrations holo. Went for $23 and the market value is only like 16 or something, so that was pretty cool. Before I tell you anything else, my name is Corey. I am a trading card collector, and if you like collecting trading cards, like watching me talk about my Pokemon card business, like watching me add to my collection, make sure you like and subscribe because we're always releasing trading card content on this channel. Let's be on this journey together. And then on Facebook, we had our biggest week yet too. We sold $732 worth of Pokemon cards on Facebook, which is so good to see. Some big sales we had there with a Shadowless Blastoise for $305, Aerodactyl PSA 8 for $120, a unique one, Squirtle from EX Crystal Guardians, I think, for $60, which is in a PSA 9, and a bunch of random slabs from a guy called Killer Rips, who also creates content about Pokemon in New Zealand. So shout out to you if you watch this, bro. He bought like 3 slabs because he's going to do rip and ship, so I think he's going to do like prizes and stuff. So he bought some cheap slabs. They were only worth like $60 for 3 slabs, so shout out to you, Killer. So the total sales over the whole 6 weeks is $3,142.02. We're getting very close to that $10,000 mark, but it seems still so far away. After all the money I have put into the business, I am taking $1,000 away from that $6,500 collection I bought, because some of those cards are coming into my personal collection, like the Typhlosion, the Shiny Kabutops, and the Haunter. I'm going to try and keep those as much as I can. I really want to keep the Venusaur First Edition Shadowless one too, but that one is worth quite a lot, so I really need to try and sell that one to get some money back to buy, like, to keep tuning and burning, you know. So hopefully I can get that one sold. Maybe I'm pretty tempted to get it out of the case, give it a wipe down and send it in to get a PSA 9, because it is 8.5. So, you know, to get the sales on those ones, like the comps, is kind of hard because there's not too many 8.5s anymore, because PSA don't do that. So yeah, I'm very tempted to crack it open, but what if I crack it open and then I fuck up the card, or it comes back in 8? But you know, the gamble could be worth it though. And I also bought another collection for $1,000, which is worth around $1,600 on collector, but we're going to put that straight 1,000 into the business. I'm going to keep a couple cards there, but again, I'm going to be tough on myself. So after all the money that I've put in, which is the total of $8,220 minus the $3,142.02, we are in the negative at $5,078.98. So we were in the positive for 1 week at $165 there, and now we're in the negative at $5,000. Shit. But even though that's a huge number, I'm not too worried about it. I've got a big amount of inventory I need to sell, and I've also got some pending sales this week. I've just confirmed another sale, which is the Cool Porygon for $700. That's happening on Friday, but we're not going to count it in until the money's in. And then we've also sussing out a Sylveon, which came PSA 10, which came in the new bundle. The guy's going to buy that for around $530. We're just sussing that. We're doing a bit of back and forth right now on my phone. So, you know, that's $1,200 looking like this week already. So, well, maybe this week might even be bigger than last week. Well, this week that I'm talking about now. And there's heaps of interest in the Gym Challenge PSA 10. And I want to get that for around $1,100. And if I do, then we're looking around cutting that $5,000 in half already. So, you know, that would be $2,500. And let's say I sold the Venusaur for $3,000, which, you know, the last sale I saw on eBay was like $3,500 and something. So, you know, then we're back in the positive already. But, you know, I think this is going to be the struggle, which I'm going to talk about now, which I was mentioning at the start of the video. Like, all these cards, the OG ones, are quite hard to sell because they're not so popular anymore. Yes, there are less of them, so, like, you know, they're more rare, but the population that likes these cards, that has like a fan base, is not as high as it is with the newer stuff. So this is going to be quite harder to sell. I'm going to try and be like not too not too like worried about not selling it too fast, because you know I need to be like fair on myself and try to get as much money as I can for these cards and not like undersell, otherwise I won't make any profit, you know. So I just need to be diligent and not get rid of them too fast and try and get some good money. But then again, some of these cards are worth quite a lot of money, like that Venusaur. Who has $3,500 just sitting around ready to spend, you know? Not many people. So a couple of strategies I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send some of these cards overseas to the American eBay auctions, so hopefully there's gonna be more eyes, because you know in New Zealand, like I said quite a few times, Pokemon is not that popular, so like there's just less people wanting to buy these cards, and then less again with the OG stuff. So I'm going to take a bit of a risk. I'm going to send some of it, probably not that Venusaur just yet. I haven't even tried to sell it though, so obviously there's going to be no buyers if I not try to sell it, because I'm still tossing up whether I do take it out and try and sell it, crack it and resub it again. But some of these little ones, like maybe this Clefable, Venomoth. The Venomoth is actually on my Trade Me account, but no one is even watching it. It's had a few views. This Clefable here, maybe this Electrode, but I think I could sell this Electrode because it's a little bit more popular. And this Blaine here, can you see this guy? Probably will send some of those over. And I also have like the German, the French Ivysaur, a German PSA 8 Nidoking that I probably can't really sell in New Zealand because, you know, not too many Germans in New Zealand, so I'll send it over and try my luck over there. I'm not sure when I'm going to do all of this, probably in the next couple of months, so the tally is going to stay in the negative for a bit. And I also want to ask you guys a couple of questions. Do you guys participate and like rip and ships? Because I always thought it was a little bit silly, because I like to open packs myself, but I end up watching live streams and people opening packs to see what they get. So, you know, I can see the attraction. So if I was to start something like that, would you guys be interested? I feel like, you know, I've created a good audience and you guys can trust me, so you're not going to get scammed, so there's that. But there's not much of that in New Zealand. It's always, when I see it, it's on TikTok, and that's always like usually overseas, or in Aussie it's kind of big. But yeah, I don't see it too much in Auckland, New Zealand, yeah, well, Auckland. And also I was thinking I could do like a special event once a month or once a week where I do like a raffle, or waffle I should say, like a duck race. Somehow I'll do a raffle, either the duck race or just to spin the wheel or whatever. I think the duck race is a little bit more exciting, you know, see your little ducks racing. For like expensive cards. So like let's say I do the Venusaur, for example. I do 100 entries at $30, or I could do it to 150 and make it, I don't know, what's that, like $15? I don't even know, I don't know what the math is, but let's say it's an expensive card. I'll just make it $3,000 to be easy. So $3,000, so I do 100 entries at $30, and then you can buy as many entries as you want, and then you get a chance to win, you know, an expensive card that you probably can't buy for a good price, well, cheaper price. Yes, you may not win it, but you know, that's part of the gamble. You know, I've done a raffle, I've been in a duck race, and I've ended up winning. So, you know, that's one way I think I could like sell some of those cards if I can't really find a buyer. And it could be exciting for you too. You know, I could live stream it, and we could have a bit of fun. I could even open a few packs at the same time. I don't know, that's just where I'm kind of thinking I can also sell some of these cards. So let me know in the comments if you would be interested in something like that. Yes, I'm rambling on a bit. If you stuck around this far, thank you. And I'm also thinking about starting a website so I can sell some of my cards on there. You know, once I get a bigger fan base, probably at least 1,000 across all platforms, like 1,000 on TikTok, 1,000 on Instagram, and 1,000 on YouTube. That way I've got like, you know, a bit of people everywhere. Especially, I probably won't be able to ship to America unless you want to pay the shipping. It's quite expensive though, probably like $40 or $50, maybe even more if it was like the Venusaur, probably closer to 100. But that's just kind of where I'm going. That way I don't get stuck with the selling fees on Trade Me, and then you guys can just like pick and grab whatever you want. And I'll probably do like some type of discount for the people off YouTube, you know. So that's just where the business is kind of heading. That's just where I'm kind of thinking. But yeah, anyway, that's enough for week 6. We rambled on a bit there. Hopefully we get a few more sales this week, but make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss out. I'll see you in the next video.